In my previous two videos, I have demonstrated two of the three factors of the horizon and its position. The number one and primary cause of the horizon and its position is the limited angle to the surface relative to the eye or camera height. On screen now is a horizon less than 50 feet in distance, so it has nothing to do with Earth curve. The second factor in the horizon's position is refraction. So in this video I'm going to be demonstrating the third determining factor of the horizon's position, and that is visibility or distance. This footage is from one of the first videos I put on this channel labeled Half Mile Horizon. On screen I marked the horizon where the sun is cutting through the fog in this extreme example to make a point. Then I make a mark over where the sun is not cutting through the fog to show that the horizon being closer appears lower. And special thanks to Heath Carmody for my second example, where I marked the horizon in this extreme foggy condition, and it's closer and therefore lower. And then as the fog clears, I mark the horizon in the distance farther, therefore higher and at eye level. So to put it simply, when measuring angles to the surface, the farther away, the smaller the angle, or the closer to your feet, we'll say, the larger the angle. So I'm giving an extreme example like these because these are the only examples where you could see any kind of difference with the unaided eye. So bringing it back down to earth, giving you something to go by, with an observer height of 100 feet, the ground just over a mile away is at an angle of a little less than 1 degree. That's about the size of your pinky finger at arm's length. So anything farther than that is going to be barely noticeable. So let's bring it back to extremes. The reason we can't see forever at higher altitudes, let's say the total distance between the ground and the black is about 60,000 feet. So in 630 miles, that whole region is 1 degree. So in 630 miles, the angular size from the ground to the black is the size of your pinky finger. So when you get examples from people like McToon or Wolfie of horizon dip, it will always be pictures like these with hazy skies, because that's the only way they can demonstrate dip that comes anywhere close to matching their model.
Climbing still heading 069 degrees, almost 9,000 metres, and if we have a look now again at the wingtip, you'll see that the horizon has dropped even further. Very, very obvious now. Now remember that when we first started this, the horizon was there, in line with that part of the winglet. Now it's significantly lower, so what you're seeing is actually proof that the horizon is dropping.
What does he think he's proven? No duh, the horizon gets lower. He's getting higher in altitude, not seeing further. So I'll go over all of his examples and show MC Toon's examples, and they're all hazy and murky skies like that. But first I had one more demonstration, and that is this video of Los Angeles zoomed in, and as you can see there's nothing behind it. However, when we add an infrared lens, we see there is land behind it. So just because the atmosphere limits our vision does not mean there's not land beyond. So when they show you these dip angles, like in this example with MC Toon, once again hazy atmosphere, doesn't mean that there's not land beyond them clouds. So what I can calculate from this information is if we take a 3.3 degree angle to the ground at an altitude of 11,074 meters, it's going to come down at a distance of about 119 miles. But if I'm being real, these are unreliable calculations or approximations and nothing more. If you want precision, you follow these guidelines.
The process of leveling has not changed in well over 150 years. It is still a terrestrial measurement system that has limited sight differential. And particularly in geodetic leveling, about the farthest you can go is going to be about 50 meters. So you can't make observations 100 meters or 200 or 300 meters.
Now the point in showing that is that if you want precision, you've got to do it within about 50 meters. And there's a reason you can't log measurements beyond 50 meters, and it's not because of Earth curve. They could easily calculate that in. It's because of refraction and such. And here's more observations or measurements, quote unquote, from Wolfie. Because all you'll ever get is murked out BS from him and McToon, because it's the only thing that'll come close to matching their model. If he showed you a nice crystal clear day, and he's up there all the time, so I don't know why he couldn't show at least one clear day, but if he did, you'd get an eye level horizon. And once again, I'm not referring to zoomed in eye level, because that will reveal the gap between eye level and the surface. So if there are any people listening who are new to this subject, a bit of advice is don't let any anti-flat earthers tell you that the horizon doesn't rise to eye level or relative to eye level, because it most certainly does, barring hazy, foggy conditions or crazy refraction. And don't let them trick you with zoomed in images, because we don't expect zoomed in horizons to rise to eye level. Zooming in reveals the gap between eye level and the surface. So unfortunately, again, this video is getting a little bit longer than expected. So for the few people who are looking forward to my horizon measurements, you're going to have to wait for part 4, which will probably be tomorrow. So a message to other flat earthers, please share this series within the community so we can all get on the same page and have the discussions. And for anyone who wants to have these discussions with me, join Earth Awakening's Discord server. Thank you.